Riders, this is my Triumph 1200 XE. Now, if you're like me, you bought a bike that you thought you could travel with, but turns out you can't because it's really hard to find luggage systems for this that work. Mainly because the exhaust gets in the way and there's no real framework to attach any bags to. That's when you turn to a rackless system. Now, many manufacturers make a rackless system. They're all pretty much the same in terms of what they can do, how they work, and the actual use of them. This is the Explorer rackless system sent to me by Vikingbags, and this is, as far as I can tell, the most cost-effective option on the market. They basically have undercut the competition by half. Now, you can find one that's marginally more expensive, which does keep it on the low side, but this is literally the most cost-effective option you can have for a rackless system. And as far as I can tell, they didn't cut any corners. It seems like the full, legit system like you would find anywhere else. Now, the real question when it comes to cut price items, products, is longevity. Will this thing stand up to thousands of miles of abuse, air travel, being dropped? Will these straps hold up? Will the tension straps hold up? Now, that's the question to ask me later on. I just received this. I took it on a few trails out here in Malibu, and it took a little bit of abuse. I haven't seen any slips, drops, nothing has fallen out. In fact, I even had my tripod attached in the back, squeezed against my larger bag on the top. Nothing moved. The tripod never moved once, nothing popped out of the side pockets, and it sat really comfortably and it rode really well. On the dirt, I was able to control my slides. So far, no problems at all when it comes to actually riding with this. Now, this is the 80-liter version, which means you get 40 liters on the top and 20 in each pocket. The security of these things when it comes to riding over dirt or in rutty roads is how does this actually stay in? This stays in with one strap on the top, and the nice thing is this is a dry bag just like any other. It's a rubber dry bag that rolls over the top to keep moisture out, and the buckles actually buckle into the actual bag itself as it's attached to the bike. So triple security to make sure none of this stuff ever slips out, and it comes right out, and you basically have 20 liters of space to use for all your stuff. Now, on this ride, I was able to not only take my camera gear, my tripod, I was also able to take an entire camping kit, which is my tent, my sleeping bag, and an air mattress. All of this, plus my personal items, plus my camera gear and my tripod. I don't think I'd be able to do this on much else. Even if you gave me a set of steel panniers, I don't think I'd be able to fit the tripod in there. So in terms of versatility, this thing really has it where it counts. Both sides come out in the exact same way. Security is exactly the same on left and right sides. It does have expansion options. You can either attach through the mole on the top and the bottom of the bags. Also mole across the top here where my license plate is. But also Viking sells an expansion pocket that actually attaches with bolts and screws on the bottom of the bag. So you can add even more space should you want to. Because the one thing I found with these bags is that ease of access isn't really there, so your snacks, your water, emergency supplies, medication, if you're a diabetic, your insulin, is not very easy to get to with these bags. You are going to want something else, either an expansion pocket here attached to the mole, something up here, something that's easier to get to that's simply zip up, zip down, get your snacks out that way. Because these dry bags are really tedious to kind of get out if you're just going for a quick snack when you're stopped on the side of the road. Now, when it comes to the top pocket, this is the largest compartment of the entire thing where you will keep your personal items and things to survive when you're camping. It's secured by two flaps. One flap in the back and then one flap in the front. And these both have nice little pockets for whatever navigation supplies you may have, documents, paperwork, things of that nature. And then the top bag, which is secured through another strap attached to the actual bottom mounting bracket of the actual setup, goes through a handle and then it goes through and attaches to the top flap, which is really nice, super secure. Like I said again, nothing ever slides on this thing. It's also attached by Velcro, which is really nice when it's not completely full and not very heavy. You can use the Velcro to add a little more security when you're driving around. Now, if you don't want to use that ugly rubber bag and you want to see your beautiful luggage that you bought, you can, in fact, take your bag and still use it. It's the exact same system. It's a strap through the handle to make sure it doesn't slide left or right. Then you buckle it into the front flap, take the back flap over and buckle it in. and boom, you may be exposed to the weather. The elements may get you. In California, we don't have that problem. Hasn't rained here in a year. So you can expose your really nice bag that you're very proud of and make it look good. Leave that at home. Or you can take your bag, stuff it inside that thing, and everything is completely waterproof, and you have all of your personal items completely organized inside your bag as you do when you travel. Because if you travel, you have a system. You should have a system. I have a system, and that system is in this bag. In terms of how it mounts to the bike, this is a universal mounting system. It's a rackless system, which means you don't need a rack. The only thing you do need is you absolutely need an anchor point in the back somewhere here that you can strap to. There are 3 straps, 1 in the middle, 2 on the sides, and they are paramount to keeping this thing secure on the bike. You have to use the backs. Now, as long as you have 2 points of contact back here to strap to, the front holsters attach to the rear foot peg bracket, which means you can literally take this, throw it into your luggage on a plane, go to Europe, go to Tibet, go to Chile, rent a bike, and more often, 90% of the time, this will mount to that bike that you have rented wherever you are in the world. And for that reason, for someone like me, who just needs something that works everywhere you go and you can count on, it's reliable and it's compact and easy to carry, this rackless system seems to be the best solution for everything. I mean, it is the solution for this Scrambler 1200, and I gotta say, it makes the bike look good. The bike does look a lot better on an adventure with these bags attached. So not only is it useful, not only is it versatile, it's very good looking. So get out there, get riding, go have an adventure, because that's what these bikes are for. Enjoy it.